Okay, hello, Bedsweet 68 here again. We're gonna continue with our cat puppet, or rebuilt puppet. And as you see here, I have now put in all the sculpts I had to the left here before into the puppet and deleted the original ones. It can be a lot of trickery, because if you anything like me, you're gonna miss some sculpting and you have to redo and redo and redo. And well, hopefully you not got the same problem as I. I'm just gonna quick fix something while we are here. We're gonna take these connectors and X-ray, and you see I have not had to remove the connectors here and the connectors there to the legs and to the, well, arms or forelegs, because I had to adjust later on. But as I said, we don't need those the puppets procedural, not producible. Produce is what I am. Procedural animation at all. So it doesn't matter if we have to remake them. And I have to do this quick. And I'm gonna add one to that one. No, am I wrong? Yeah, I have to sculpt in, of course. Once. And we do it again, and we're gonna do that, and that, that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So, now we have them. And if you have sculpting, you notice that your connectors don't match up in the right angle and stuff, because it's made from a humanoid from the start. So I'm just gonna do this quickly. This is gonna go down to the leg. This is gonna add up from here, from the spine. I can do that as well. Do that, and this down there to the leg somewhere. The leg is hidden, but doesn't matter, because we know fairly where it is. Come on, look at that. Yeah, I'm just gonna, as I said, I think before, the length of this is not so important. It's the angles in the stuff. And if you notice, I use the moves now, but the same with DualShock. But DualShock, I noticed in this version, the first patch after VR, are still very, you got the beam and it's just start doing this or start doing that, and it's very annoying. I hope they fix that. And as you see, every time you pick up those pivots, you get the guideline for the axis, so you can fairly quick put them in the same as the other side. So I think it should go up there, and up there, and up there. You see, I try to get that line to mix up, so it just turned to the other side of it. this. I think that's good enough. And now we have to do this. That down to a leg. Somewhere we can take it all the way there, so it's easier to see. And now it's up to the spine somewhere. Like that. And make it approximately the same size. Yeah, and as you see, I still have some tweaks to do here. Get this in the right position. Nope. Should be right in the center here. I think that's the center. Nope. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that later. I'm gonna do this and that. This and that, this and that. Take that down to the leg here. Somewhere. That should be on that somewhere. Sorry for the clicking of well, I'm always too picky with this stuff. It's actually very little impact on the moves. If you move it 1 millimeter here or 1 millimeter there, but I can't let it go. But at least you have to check every connector so you have it in the right angle and the right move. Yeah, I see that tail is not right. I actually put a tail down here. It's maybe I have to redo this because most tails in game, if you see in Dreams, they made of clones of sculpts, so they move very softly and like that. But I'm not sure I need to do that in this cat because I'll try another approach. But we have to, maybe we have to remake it. That's gonna. And I actually cheated. I already fixed the knees and all the stuff before. I started this stream or video. But you get the picture here. Fairly enough in the right angle and stuff. Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't have to. I'm just gonna scope out. And let's see, is this just, no. This is just a loose piece here. Gonna add this more to the middle there. Like that. I'm not sure this is gonna work as good as our tails. I just thought they're gonna reduce the connector count, but maybe it don't work any good. Like that. now I have everything in the right angle. The head we don't power with right now because we are gonna replace that head. I know that. But here's the trick we have to take. You choose both of these, and you maybe remember you have to use connectors and X-ray, so you can choose inside the sculpts. But now when I take those, I just gonna use the tweak menu, and I can actually tweak it there. And because I choose both, we're gonna do the same thing. Sorry. And if you remember, we're gonna animate this, so it's always good to use some limits, like that. Yeah. And when you get the two, I don't know what they called. Well, it just limits. It just it's as you see. Yeah, I did it. Take that aside then. Of course. Well, turn around. I'm gonna put that up there. And you see this white field. That's the movement. And this is where the limb or connected thing is at the moment. And you see this is all off. So I'm gonna take that limb. Oops, not like that. It's a problem with moves. So easy. No. Okay, I'm gonna move in. Yeah, I got that. Now. And if you think of it, this is not gonna move much because it's just a shoulder blade, and same as us, we don't move a shoulder blade a lot. It's just a little bit of, I should think like that, just so you know when a cat lie down, so they can actually put the leg right here in this angle. So it just have to go that far up, and never, it's not 90 degrees. So yeah, I think this is maybe a little bit more. What do you end up to? 60, let's say 55. You see, I move it, and there. I think that's enough. And don't forget to put the blue one where the leg are now, in that angle. Yeah, I think that's work. And if you see now, I'm gonna show, because I choose the both, is this the right one? And you can take a look on that one, and you see it didn't do that. Okay, I actually thought it should. No, of course. Oh, yeah, I remember things as I move along. We should have that if we have the mirror plane left, but because we made two new ones, so we have to make that manual too. And I take that, and I take that, and I take this. This is done. So we remove that, and now I can adjust this. So bad call there from me. You have to actually do it manually. I should remember that. But you can, yeah, if you put that in open, also you see the limits of that one, so you can adjust it to the same. Same thing here. I think that's good enough, yeah. And where's that one? Oh, okay. Oh, well, no, it works. Why didn't? Oh, my bad. I should have both open. Yeah, my bad, my bad. That's why I have a name. If you had the both open, you can adjust them at the same time. I'm sorry. But now I don't want to adjust that. I just want to adjust this. And why doesn't I show a second pivot for that one? Come on. No, don't do that. Now we see it. I have them together. Yeah. This is a bit tricky. I made it much harder than I should for myself. Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah. We can just move that down there to the leg, and now we can adjust this to 55. Come on, 55, there. Oh, it looks pretty much the same to me, yeah. Well, and strengthen that we don't have to adjust, because this is gonna be our own animation, so it doesn't actually care about the strength of that, because it's locked to the animation anyway. It's just if you have something, yeah, well, like this tail, for instance. If I had that, maybe I have to lock it to but when it just moves by itself, and then the strength and springiness is important. But this part we're gonna animate is not make any difference, because as soon as you animate two connected things, they are locked in that animation. So it's not gonna move around by itself and anything. But you have to do this and do it right. So I put both these at the same time. We have learned something, and maybe the same size about that. So, and we're gonna use limits. And we're gonna make this, well, that one won't follow that one. We can do this, so it's just the same, like that. Yeah. Well, I actually think this is, I actually should have put that in there, because this is just, well, it doesn't matter actually. But if you remember, like this part, it's a leg there, and I just have this flap side bit as representing skin between them. But I think this will work too, because we want that movement anyway. So if it's from here and do that, or here and do that, it's the same thing really. But the limitation, well, this is gonna, no, I don't follow that one anyway. Well, you have to do it manually. And well, I don't know why this is not following the other one did, but nevertheless we do this right, and I think this is gonna move slightly there and slightly there. It's the same actually, and we can use the same amount. We can do 55 like that. Yeah, that's good. So same here. That, something like that, yeah. And we drag this down to 55. Oh, come on, come on. Now we have a same moment. And we're gonna check these ones. And we're gonna use limits on those. Yeah, this is just gonna actually have to. Oh, what did you do there? What? Well, that's weird. Maybe. Oh. Why do we just move that one? Oh. Yeah, it's same here. Okay. Some. But this one is gonna do like that, 90 degrees from that. And 90 degrees is not 90 degrees. Yeah, no. Well, you see, actually same from the start. But we should. Oh, let's put them in the leg before we do anything else. That. And this is a bit tedious, so I might fast forward, but you get the idea. Put all these in the same limits, so it just moves as much as we want. And this is not gonna move like that, it's actually gonna move like this, 90 degrees, because you can't move it in front of it, it's locked. So something like that, something like that. $87, $90. But this is also. like that. But you get the picture. Maybe this should be more than 90, but we take 90 from now. And do that with all the limbs. Check them, and if you're not sure about how a cat should do, you have to use that picture like I showed before. You have, but now I know this is locked this way and this is locked. And this one actually should be more like one piece. So this is wrong too. But I'm gonna fix that. But you get the picture. Fix all these limbs. I'm gonna quick forward this, so I pause here and see you soon. Okay, I'm back. Padspeed 68 here again. And now I have adjusted all my connectors, and I have checked the limits so they correspond to, well, somehow what if we just want to choose that. So you see like this, the limit here on that bone, and limits on that one. Actually, I forgot that one. Well, guess we have to repeat this one. Actually, I thought I had done all this, but I know I have to remake my connectors, so maybe it's because of that. Oh, it's not gonna take long. Like that. Yeah, I actually didn't have any. Strange. Oh well. Just put that on and that on. Yeah, and it's gonna do that because I have moved it without limits. You're probably gonna get this too. It's a thing when you move, if you have a connector and not have put limits before and move it after you put the connector, it's gonna, and then put the limits, it's gonna behave a little bit weird. But I'm just gonna, nope, that's not what I should do. I have a wrong button there. Let's go pin in that and try to get it in the same level like this, I think. Yeah. It's like that. Why doesn't that move now? Because I have it on the limit, that's why. Like this. And like that. This and that. Just so it is basically in the standard position here. I'm sorry if I move a lot around, but as I said before, if you very easy affected by it, you shouldn't watch these videos at all, because I'm blessed with no problem at all with that. So, well, something like that. I'm happy with that. I think like that. Yeah. Don't be so picky. Now we should see, and this bone, we know it's gonna lock there. So it's actually gonna be like that. And by the way, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but when you start doing this, do a whole lap like this. so you resets everything, and yeah, should be 180 like this, and like this, so you have everything resets once. It's much easier, and I think anyway it's much easier. And when we're gonna put that approximately, yeah, and of course when I did that it's gonna have to turn again, so I have to redo that. I shouldn't probably have moved it at all the first time, but there you go. Yeah, that looks pretty okay. It's gonna be like that, and yeah, just gonna check the height there, so it's close to exactly. Yeah, now I'm back. Yeah, turn that around, so it's all set to 0. And as I said here before, this is gonna lock. Yeah, yeah, that's right. 90 degrees like this. Should move that. And actually, I think I put this in right first. That on the leg. Actually, I think it's gonna do more than 90. I think I use 120 on these limbs. And like this. Come on. There. It's okay, because we're gonna just move it up and down anyway, so yeah. And now we're back. But when you have got so far, so you have put all the sculpts in the right scope, and you all got connected to the right part in the puppet and all that, and the connectors and the limitations of them, you should actually, yeah, I could just recall that. So one thing when you're gonna do animation, and if you haven't done it before, I just gonna mention it here. Things should not be collidable with each other anyway. Actually, the easiest way, because as we use a puppet here, I'm just gonna, whoops, it's all the way down there. Well, this doesn't look right, but I'm actually gonna put that so I can put, shaky hands. So I can put down all this on the right place. But never mind. Yeah, collision. You can actually put the collision totally off, because as we use a puppet, and the puppet has a built-in, not very good, but still built-in collision shape. And this is one weak points in the Puppet, because I don't know why we have just made it just adjustable in this length and in height, not in the center. So this is, well, actually I can take down the, I don't have to be so hard. Yeah, it's still very 98, very heavy cat, but maybe it's too big also. So just gonna put one there, so we have something. But collision shape, yeah, you can't move the center. And why they have made that, I mean, of course, they made a humanoid and that's upright, so I guess it's that because of that. But it's not very useful when you're gonna use this. So actually, I think I usually do a own collision shape, so I think I'm gonna use that. But it's pretty tricky when you're not finished with a puppet. So yeah, we keep this for now. But you see, this is the weak point. Why can't I move center of where I want it? I don't know. I hope they fix that someday. But we put it around there, maybe it's not so big. No. Right. Down there, something like that. But if you're gonna use a humanoid, that was my point here, you can still use that, and then you can put all the sculpts in non-collidable. Because if you have collidable, so it's collide with each other, it's gonna, I mean, when a thing in dreams are collidable, it's not just doesn't affect, well, you don't just affect the surface, because they start to affect each other right there, depending on how strong and all that gravity and all that. So if I have a collision on here, it's gonna mess up. The bones can't touch each other and stuff like that. So one thing to do first, and I have a checklist, is to take every piece like this. Well, the tail is a different story, so this, like that. Is this selected? No. Like that. I'm gonna turn around a bit slowly. I hope you don't get sick. Like that. And take this and this and that. And this and this and... Oh, that is chosen already. Yes, it is. Not that one. Like this. And now we can actually get into tweak mode for all, yeah. And, well, we can turn it off totally here. But I'm not gonna do that now. But what you need to do is to set everything as one label. I call it friend then. And the collidable should not be friend. In that way you still have collidables, but you don't collide with each other. Right? Just gonna check so it actually did that on all. Friend, not with friend. Yeah, good. So now they don't collide with each other. Yeah, I should have... Why did I... Yeah, because I'm gonna keep it so I can move the whole thing down. Just put it close to. Oh. Close to. Oh, don't do that. Why did you do that? Is something not okay? Yeah, I'm gonna put it. Try to get it as close as I can to that little gizmo thing we got, and in the middle should be better. And maybe that's actually, I'm not sure. We can test that theory. Is the collidable shape attached to that or to that? Well, let's check it out. No, can't tell that now. Okay, I'm just gonna check so it's pretty on the middle of it, like this, and it actually is tilted a bit, so I'm gonna tilt that. I guess you see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna attach it to his Puppet gizmo thing. Yeah, and it's, well, more tilted actually. And down a bit. That's. Should be more down even. Take that. Yeah, that's more like it. Maybe not so much. Yeah, so I can do this and nope, not do that. Gonna scope out and put the whole thing up right. Oh, I'm so shaky in my hand today. Yeah, well, good enough. But we can actually see if this happened when I moved it on the gizmo, if it actually moved the collision shape. Yeah, I think it did. Okay, I didn't know that actually. But when you can adjust it on the gizmo, as I did now when that one you see here, because the collision shape is connected to that one. So now I actually got it more in the middle. I didn't actually know that. So I have learned something today. Well, I maybe have seen it, but I don't have not noticed it in my memory. But good, let's fix that. And we have not collidable. We can actually turn this off now, so we don't keep getting those connectors in a way. Yeah. And now it's ready to animate. But as you see, as you see, well, actually we can just look at, oh, yeah, that didn't work. Well, it's always good to have funny moments. You know why that happened? I can tell you. Yeah, I didn't make the tail non-collidable. So this tail is put in the rear end. So it pushes the whole thing away. It's gonna look really cool actually. Wanna see it again? Well, do it again. Keep up. Woo! Woo! Can be a cool thing in a game maybe. Do a catapult, you just put a collidable in the ASS. But we're gonna fix that. You just take that. And the idea why I wanted collidable, I actually wanted, but I don't think I can have it, because I didn't want it to melt into that one, if you know my drift. But I guess I have to make this a single sculpt like the rest and a connector. And it should work better. Well, we can just to prove my point, we can actually do the same here. Neighbor friend, not collide with friend. No, it shouldn't push anything away, I hope. If I play on, well, actually it did. Well, there you see, it wasn't that. What is it then? Something collidable here, it shouldn't be collidable. Well, if I put... Which is weird. Is it the ground? But it shouldn't be running away like that anyway. What the hell? What happened there? Oh. Well, this is kind of weird. Let's see. Are these still collidable? No, I can't see that. It shouldn't be. Oh, friends. Friends. Label as friends, collide with friend. No. No, the ground shouldn't. It's something in the puppets that's not right here. Okay, I guess I don't want to find out. It's probably one piece that's not something, because these middle pieces are made by more than one sculpt, so it's probably one of those that's mess things up. But do we do this? No, we don't do that. We do always sculpt up. Yeah. Do this and do that and non-collidable. It still has its kaleidoscope, I think. What? Oh, I hadn't put it on it. Oh, okay, that could be the point here. I haven't put the whole sculpt. Let's see if that was... Yeah, that was it. Yeah, because the whole group, I think, I'm not sure, but I think it is like this. If you have a group, it's the most outer properties that roots. So if you have this is not collidable, this is not collidable, but if there are two grouped into one group that's set collidable, it's collidable, what's gonna call it. You follow me there? It's always the latest group. So that's probably why it was collidable as it was. Now we've solved that. Okay. It wasn't the tail. Maybe we can keep the tail collidable. I think it's gonna mess things up. Anyway, but let's see. Yeah, it did that. Anyway. So, same. Light again, or friend. Yeah, you see, it did the same thing, just because this is collidable. So that's why I thought it was that from the beginning, but it wasn't. But what I want from that, actually, no, that is, let's see, I'm not sure it's gonna work. This is bounce, squishiness, make it very squishy, the bouncy, friction not so much, very low gravity. I'm not sure if it's gonna change anything actually, but no, just not. Nope. Yeah, that's wobbling doesn't look good. Something is wrong there. This is actually a good test to do when you have done the Puppet. Just play it and move it around and see if things act as it should. And you see this doesn't. Let's just turn around. So something is wrong there. But every other part is kind of behaving as it should. Well, that's because I haven't set an animation and it doesn't have any strength. That's why it's bouncing like that. But this shouldn't be like this, turning around. I don't think so. Well, it's just a pivot, so maybe, yeah. I should have done this. Well, now I have to take that look. Well, this is what you call bug hunting. Yeah, of course you have to be right there. I should actually, yeah, I see what I done wrong here. You see, in a joint you can put rotation lock. There. Now it doesn't turn around, it's just gonna bounce like this instead of around the axis. See if that made it better. Play again. Well, a bit. It's still a little bit wobbly, but not as bad. No, I can live with that. So it was a. I don't know why that's so low. Have I? No, that's still connected. Should actually be like that. That's okay. Back to the order. Doesn't matter anyway where it is. So, and that didn't behave as I expected, so I will probably remake that. But enough about that. Let's start animate, and that's gonna be the third part in my tutorial. But now we have checked all connectors, we have all the pieces together in the right way, and we have checked so they work. And we have checked the collision so it doesn't mess up any movement and any connections. So I think we're good to go now to the animate. See you then, and thanks for watching.